So without further ado, I'll let you take it away. Thanks,
Yeah.
Mushtaq.
Thank you. Thank you. So, first of all, thank you, Rob, for this wonderful opportunity. And I personally thank Nelly Deutsch for recommending me for this wonderful platform. So, namaskaram, namaste, hello, everyone from India. I'm MushtakHusen from Hyderabad, India. Today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just share my experience in business English classroom. Recently, we just completed one semester of MBA program, a batch of MBA 2020-2022. Our semester is of 4 months. So I'm going to share all my experiences of the semester. So basically, I handled a course called Business Communication. So first of all, let me show you the profile of my students. If you look at this picture, you can see the cultural diversity. Generally, we have a classroom of 70 to 80 students, and we call it Mini India. The reason behind calling it Mini India is in every section, in every class, you find all the students from 28 states and 8 union territories of India. You must be aware, we have 28 states and 8 union territories in India. And in every section, you will find these students. So that's why our each and every section is called Mini India. Now, what is the reason behind telling all of this? As we are aware, or research says that if we work in diverse teams, we perform better. Though they are going to work in future, maybe after 2 years from now, but they need to cultivate the habit of working in a team. And this is one of the finest opportunities for them to work in a diverse teams. So this is the picture of one of my sections. So basically, I handle 4 different sections of MBA program. So let's look at another section. Now here, what I'm going to tell you is just profile of my sections. So as far as education profile is concerned or educational background is concerned, they are from different backgrounds. But most of the students are from engineering, commerce, and management background. So that covers almost 90%. And rest of the 10% students come from science background, arts background, law background, or maybe medical background. But mostly you will find engineers and commerce undergraduates in our class. That is one factor. Second is gender. Now again, we have 50% ratio of male and female students or learners. Experience, in every section, we have around 10 to 15% of the students who have at least 2 to 3 years of experience. So it is diverse. You will find all the students from all the states in India. You will find like 50% of the male students, 50% female students. And apart from that, you will get some experienced students too. Now, for me, as a facilitator, this is a great opportunity. And this is what I encash in my classes. So let's discuss. So as far as digital tools are concerned, so of course, I mean, since this pandemic happened, so we had to switch to online classes. We didn't have any option. Even we didn't have time to practice. But fortunately, I was one of the luckiest persons. Okay. So since this pandemic started, so we got an opportunity to join Dr. Nelly's sessions, courses on Moodle for teachers. And since then, since April 2020, we have been learning day in, day out, and we have been enjoying. And we have been inculcating the same thought process in our students too. So for synchronous learning, we used Google Meet. So all our sessions happen on Google Meet, where since we have institutional account, so we can easily accommodate 250 participants. So that was not an issue. So even if I club 2 sections together, so that was not a problem at all. And generally we have 2 sessions per section. And I used to have one extra session on weekends. And what is that section all about? I used to address their queries. I used to address their concerns, because I mean, since this pandemic, we have, everyone is suffering. Okay, so maybe some students have some of the other issues. So I used to interact with them. I used to just help them out in my own way. And apart from that, what I did is I tried to be empathetic. And believe me, if something works for me is being empathetic as a facilitator to all my students, all my learners. And apart from that, even we practice mindfulness wherever required, whenever possible. So this is what I use. Apart from that, for asynchronous learning, I used Google Classroom, where I used to give all kind of assignments. We did a lot of practice, be it resume writing, cover letter writing, business letters, memos, proposals, business reports, be it anything. So we practice all of them over there. So I used to give them assignments and they used to submit the assignments, and there is a lot of scope to correct them, give some remarks. So this is how we used Google Classroom. Apart from Google Classroom, so I used to collect some data. Even I'm going to show you in some time. So I used to collect some data, like what is there, some basic information, basic profile. Even I used to give them some like a personality test. Okay, you can see over here. Okay, we have got abstract image test where they can identify their dominant personal trait. That is one of them. Apart from that, in order to understand their what do you say, interest, so we used interest profiler. Then again, we practiced on LinkedIn, and we helped them to create their own profile on LinkedIn so that they can get connected, because after 2 semester they are supposed to do their internship. So that internship is of 3 months. Okay, so before they get into internship or before they do their internship, so they need to identify the dream companies. So how will they get it? So LinkedIn is one of the platforms where they can create an account and they can connect with a number of networks, especially in that area. Apart from that, as we know, I mean, after email writing, second most important communication tool is presentation skills. So what did I do for that? So basically, we use Google Slides. Okay, so where learners used to work in a team of 6 to maximum 7. They used to create their slides over there, research, and they used to present over there. And once that is presented, then they used to upload on Google Classroom as well as Padlet Wall. So this is how we use Google Slides. But one more important thing I would like to tell over here is, so I asked them to watch at least couple of TED Talks, learn from it. How do they develop credibility with the audience? How do they use verbal communication? How do they use non-verbal communication? What are the different elements that they use effectively and efficiently? And based on their learning, they had to showcase their takeaways. They had to showcase their reflections. Where? On Padlet Wall. So again, Padlet Wall is one of the effective tools that I used. Even I'm going to show that one too. So this is how, but generally I used Google platforms, okay, Google products, where, because that is our institutional account, that's why I had to use it. But apart from that, I used the rest of them. Then Quizlet. Again, Quizlet is very wonderful tool where we can test them, we can conduct number of quizzes, and they enjoy it, because they're categorized into different teams and they need to respond to those questions, and they loved like anything. They enjoyed it very much. Okay, so this is all about these digital tools that I use during my sessions. Then yes, now this is all about my sessions. So what did I use in my sessions is brainstorming. So I made sure that there should not be one-way communication. Okay, so I used to speak only 10% and I let them speak for 90%. And you won't believe, our session is of 75 minutes. Even this is a challenge for me. I have that habit to speak for 75 minutes or interact with audience for 75 minutes at a stage, and that too for 3 to 4 different session in a day. Okay, so again, we need to cover everything within 10 minutes anyways. So I used to brainstorm. Okay, so I made them brainstorm. And yes, I mean, maybe sometimes they used to share their experiences. Even in their undergraduation, they must have learned all those things, so they shared their experiences. Then since I told you that we have around 10 to 15% who have some experience, industry experience. So initially, I used to encourage them to come up and share their experiences. So what kind of business letters they have gone through, what kind of memos they have gone through or come across. So this is what I mean. They used to share their experiences. Then case studies and authentic materials. So be it proposal, be it report. So we used to collect some authentic materials from industry, from printed material, and we used to discuss in the classroom. Then collaborative activities, as I told you, like in presentation, they used to make presentation in a team. So similarly, whatever assignment they take up, so they had to work in collaboration. Then writing assignments were done in Google Classroom. Then reflections were shared on Padlet wall. So just I'm going to show you here. Yeah, just give me 1 minute. I think this would be interesting to see.
Go
Okay,
quick.
so yeah, here you can see the Padlet wall. And when I converted this Padlet wall into PDF, you won't believe it makes 51 pages within 4 months. So whatever they have learned in the classroom, so they have showcased everything on the Padlet wall. Okay, so this is just a glimpse. Maybe I'll share the slide too. Okay, just give me 1 minute, please. Sorry. Then I organized number of webinars over here. Okay, so I organized 8 different webinars, and that too from BCG members. Okay, I was fortunate to invite BCG members, especially Yulia, Oksana Hera, Keith Steen, Dolan Gupta, Lalita Murthy. So these were the BCG members who did this favor to me, and they did great job in terms of webinar. So I'll just show you this clip, small clip, please. And all these topics are related to the curriculum of business communication, syllabus of business communication.
Great. Well, Mushtaq, I thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
That was great. And it